Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to You're On Your Podcast show. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Amin Chaar, or he's going to pronounce the Arabic way.
Chaar.
Welcome to the show, Amin.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
So, with all my guests, I'd like you to just give us a brief introduction to who you are, what you do, and then we go back in time and hear about your history and where you came from.
Okay. Amin Chaar. I manage BusinessBOX, founder. Since last year, we started this advisory firm, which has a unique, different concept that we will talk about later on.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. He's keeping us on the edge.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Amin. So, where were you born? What did you study?
Yeah. So you want the history?
Yeah, but you're not that old, so we shouldn't. It won't take us that long.
I am old, by the way.
Really? You don't look old.
I just don't look old. Okay. So I was born in Syria.
Okay.
I studied there the first grade, and then I moved to Qatar.
So how old?
Since 1991.
So how old were you?
So you want to know how old I am? It's
you don't have to tell.
35.
No, but how old were you when you came to Qatar?
I came in here on 1991. I started grade 2. And since then, I finished school. After that, I joined Qatar University.
Okay. And what did you study?
Computer science.
Was that something that you were into?
I was.
Okay.
Still, but it's complicated. It's I hated computer science for a couple of courses which are not related to computer, like calculus and discrete.
Okay. So you didn't like that side of things.
No.
You like the more.
I do love numbers, but not that way.
Okay.
Okay. So I started computer science at Qatar University, although I was supposed to study medicine. Can you picture me as a doctor?
Well, I don't know. In a white coat, I can. Why were you meant to do medicine?
Well, back in Syria, Jordan, Palestine, Iraq, Lebanon, they would love to see their kids as doctors.
There we go.
Engineers.
Okay, so that's where I always want to go. This is always what I want to hear. Where the pressure or what the expectations of the parents were. So they wanted you to go into medicine.
Yes.
So how did you get out of that?
They convinced me in a way that we will send you to Germany. I was like, okay, I would go there and study medicine. But the visa was late and I was supposed to join. So I told them, Khalas, I will join computer science. And I joined. After a year and a half, I wanted to be independent. So I told them I need to travel. I want to study somewhere that I want not only to study, I want to depend on myself. I want to be alone. I want to...
In other words, you want to fly the roost and, have a bit of independence.
Yes. And some freedom.
And how was mum?
Well, she was kind of used to having her kids travel because my brother before me, he traveled to Russia, Ukraine, and he studied there for 7-8 years. So it was kind of fine in my case.
Still doing computer science?
Yes, I told them I will continue computer science.
Okay, so you could take your degree somewhere else?
Yes.
Okay,
and
so where did you go?
I went to Yarmouk University in Jordan.
Okay.
2003. Yes.
Why Jordan?
Why Jordan? I have no idea. Actually, I was... that's an interesting story, actually. I was sitting... waiting for a friend of mine. He came back from Jordan. He was Iraqi, best friend of mine. And I told him, how was Jordan? I always thought that Jordan, Palestine, same. How was Jordan? He said, yeah, it's really nice country. You should visit. I was like, actually, I want to study there. He said, really? Yeah, which university you go to? I obtained information, told my father. The next time I know that my father bought me a ticket and 3 days I'm traveling and I was there all by myself.
Wow.
It was a shock,
Yeah.
and but I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
every second out of it. And that's where I met my wife, actually,
Yeah,
and
so it's meant to
co-founder of
be.
BusinessBOX.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she was crazy enough to support me on this.
Well, let's find out more. Okay, so how long you were there in Jordan?
Since 2003 till 2009, I studied computer science. And then after a year and a half, I told them, listen, guys, this is not what I signed for. I don't like calculus. I don't like discrete. I want something to deal with humans. And they said, okay, try to see business or something. I started business administration 2005.
So you didn't complete that degree in computer
No,
science?
and I always thought that I have wasted the 3 years of my life in computer science. This year, I have realized that I have wasted nothing.
Okay.
Because I used everything in those
really?
years
Okay.
in BusinessBOX.
Yeah.
I have automated a lot of our processes, so we
All
will
right,
come
all
to
right.
it.
Well, yeah, we'll come to that. So, all right. So you gave up computer science and you did...
I joined business administration.
Okay. Because of what? Because you wanted to deal with people?
Okay, here is a little thing that
Okay.
I changed to business administration because it's less headache. I wanted more time to hang out. I play guitar. I gig a lot.
Oh, so there...
I wanted something
okay.
that doesn't bother me studying 24/7, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I was thinking those days.
And did that pan out the way...
And
Did you meet your wife when you were doing the business admin?
Yes. Actually, as a matter of fact, my wife is... she joined in 2006, and I was supposed to graduate end of 2005. So if I graduated 2005, I wouldn't have met this
No,
person.
so it's meant to be.
I'm thankful. 2009, I have finished, end of 2008.
So you
I have
got your
finished
degree?
Business administration. I got the degree and
Well
I was
done.
relieved, finally.
Yeah,
I have a bachelor's.
Well, I bet your parents were relieved as well that you
Yes.
finally actually...
Yes. And I started the job hunting. Before then, I was working like part-timers, but I joined Deloitte in, actually no, Al Jazeera network in accounting. And then
What, here in
Qatar
Qatar?
Foundation, business administration. And after that, I got a job offer from Deloitte, one of the big four,
Yeah.
in audit and assurance. And that's how my life changed upside down.
Okay, tell us. Take us on that journey.
Okay, so I was this kind of person who hates studying.
Hold on, you spent most of your,
Back then,
younger years at university.
playing. Yes, but that because I didn't really like studying. I kind of failed a couple of exams. Not
alright.
couple, more than couple. So the thing is, after I finished business administration, I was 25 years old. I came back to Qatar. I saw my friends already graduated with jobs and they're about to get married and they're making good money.
Yeah,
while
so
I
they're
was
ahead of you.
this
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
And that's when I thought that I need to do something to differentiate me in the market. I called my friend. I heard you're doing CMA, Certified Management Accountant. He said, yes, it's a really nice credential. I started. Year and a half later, me and my wife finished the CMA.
So you both did. You studied
Yes.
that. Okay.
After the CMA, I joined Deloitte.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When I joined Deloitte, and I thank them for always telling me that CMA is not relevant. You should be a CPA,
Which means...
Certified Public Accountant. So
Okay.
I was in audit, and that credential is like a must to become a partner in audit. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I started the journey, alhamdulillah. I got it. And then I was like, I'm a CMA, CPA. I should do more to catch up.
Yeah.
I already caught up, by the way. Once I got the CPA, I got another job in internal audit, public shareholding company, and I wanted to specialize more into, for example, fraud examination, cybersecurity, financial modeling, valuation. I started getting those credentials more and more till, alhamdulillah, now I have like 6, 7.
And how are you getting those credentials? Is it all online, or is there a place that you go here?
You get examined. For example, the CPA cost me more than 90,000 riyals. 60,000 was for traveling and
So where are you doing it? Where were you doing it?
It was in Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
because the testing center was in Dubai. Yes, I was traveling there. You know, you have to book a ticket, hotel, and an exam to do the exam. It's not like the exam is next house.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, I finished all of this, and BusinessBOX has always been a dream for me.
Yeah, so when did that light bulb moment happen?
Last year.
Okay, so quite recent.
Last year, almost a year from now, that dream came true. During my career journey, I always observed that companies spend so much on unnecessary things.
Like what?
They overhire. We cannot really specify in here. They overhire people.
You mean overhired? You mean just taking on too many people for?
If 5 tasks can be done by one person, they hire 3.
Oh, okay. And what due to what? Lack of understanding the actual, role of that job, or?
I wouldn't answer that. No comment. Some of them like it, that they're overspending. Some of them don't really know. And those are the clients or the potential clients I'm trying to raise awareness to tell them, guys, you're spending so much in here, let's talk.
And do they listen?
Most of the time.
All right, all right.
Who doesn't like saving money?
But tell me, when did that light bulb moment come on, when you decided, hey, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create something or I'm going to create a company?
Well, as I told you, during my journey, every time I face a situation where, if this was my company, I would have done this. If. Till last year, June 5th, 2018. I was like, that's it. I'm starting the dream. And I told my wife.
So you were working for various companies?
Yes.
And then you got to a point where you just said...
My field was in audit, external and internal audit. And it gives me exposure, big exposure in different companies every day.
Oh, absolutely.
So I've seen so much. And when I told my wife last June, hey, listen, I'm not traveling this year. I'm starting a company.
What do you mean you're not traveling? You're not taking a holiday?
We were supposed to go to Turkey and in July, and then I was like, in June, I will start my company. It was Ramadan, and June 5th, I went to the ministry to register the company before QFC. That's a story that needs
So you registered under QFC?
Podcast. Huh?
You registered under QFC?
After that, yes.
Oh, so you registered a Qatari...
I have a Qatari company and a QFC firm, but the operational one is the QFC firm due to the ease of transactions I get from QFC.
Okay.
You know them better.
I do. I am under QFC.
Yeah, so...
all right, so the light bulb moment, you decided, no, that's enough. I'm going to set my own business up. You went ahead. How easy was it to find a Qatari sponsor?
Actually, my best friend, Sheikh Abdurrahman Al-Thani, he was one of the people who supported me and encouraged me. He was like, you should do something. I will be your partner if you want. And we started the Qatari company, which we are changing the activity in the coming months, inshallah. He was one of the people I told you to encourage me. You know, I live here since 1991. I know a lot of people. And my aunt, her kids, also, they're Qataris.
Oh, okay.
So
it wasn't too hard.
It wasn't hard, no. The hard thing was to take the action, not to find a partner. Take the action of, yes, I will risk whatever money I have, because as a 100% owned company, it's self-financed. So I'm risking every penny I have saved, including my cars, my Harley Davidson, and...
oh, you got a Harley Davidson?
Yeah.
Hey, you're my man.
We'll do another podcast on
Absolutely.
that. We put them in here.
Absolutely. Well, mine's parked in my villa.
What do you have?
Are you allowed in
Which one do you have?
the 750, the latest 750? Stream.
750.
Yeah.
Well, I owned Ultra, Softail Rocker, Softail Fatboy, Dyna Fat Bob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
You've
then
owned a
Vespa.
lot. A Vespa?
Yeah, I love Vespa.
Ah.
Anyway,
Back to the series.
Yeah, so I told my wife. She was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Oh, well,
I was like,
that's
"She
the
must
main
be
person that you
crazy."
need to convince.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, as they say, happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. I wouldn't agree more. After 2 weeks, I was offered a couple of jobs, good salaries.
Oh,
And
but that's not hiring your services. It was just
I already
literally-
started the company.
Okay, but someone wanted you to work for them
Employee.
full time. Ah, okay.
My wife was in Jordan back then. She traveled to see her family, and I sent her a message. Listen, I have this and that. She said, no, don't. Do this, and we will succeed, inshallah. I was like,
Wow.
are you sure?
That's a good woman to have.
So that gave, I still have the message saved.
You should frame that.
I will frame it on our 10th anniversary,
Yeah.
inshallah.
So just give us an outline of what BusinessBOX is
Okay.
before we carry on.
BusinessBOX. Whoever I told that I'm starting a consulting firm, the first thing that pops into his head is the usual, normal consulting firm that you see in the market or in any listing or in Google. And I tell them, no, it's different. They tell me, man, you're just another consultant. You will die. I was like, okay. Die out of no
Yeah,
business.
because there's quite a lot of
Yeah,
consultancy.
it's a jammed industry.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna create something different. I'm gonna build our philosophy on change that brings ease, simplicity to our clients. And I said, what do you mean? Well, I will introduce smart solutions into the service. I will reset the standards in the market. This service is not worth, let's say, $500,000. 100K is enough.
Mm-hmm.
They said, they will kill you. They will eat you alive. I was like, I don't care. If this is meant to work out, it will work out. And that's how we started. It's not a firm actually in a way that we're all dressed in suits and we try not to meet our clients. We stay behind offices just to save prestige. No, we try to become friends. Mm-hmm. We try to become their strategic partners. So one of the unique idea BusinessBOX has is that it's a one-stop advisory firm for any SME to start up a business.
Mm.
They could use financial advisor for feasibility study, for example. And then if they want to start the business, they could use our branding services. We have a great creative director to have the full branding, the logo design, everything, even the company identity, the drafting of the profile, the website drafting, everything. We have content writing. After that, they could use our marketing service, and mainly, I'm not talking about hanging signs in the streets. No, I'm talking about digital marketing, mm-hmm. how to become visible in a really good way. You should find a way that people would know you. For example, your onion. Stefan is known for this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we draft the marketing strategy and the implementation through SEO, SMO, and all of these things. And then we have this events management, which we are not really practicing. We will use it for our really close clients. We have a training and development services in financial advisory. We recently signed a good agreement with Qatar University, actually in the process to sign.
Yeah.
It's not final yet. And we're really proud of this partnership to provide the CPA financial modeling courses throughout the calendar year. And I forgot the main service, which is the smart solution. The smart solutions is, so whoever wants to start a company, he would consider hiring an accountant, he would consider hiring a secretary, he would consider hiring this and that. We design a process that's tailored for that company to automate and optimize as much as possible in a way that decreases the company's expenditures by more than 50% in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And we have done this with around 3-4 companies so far. We even automated their accounting and their auto response through application hiring, and they loved it. And thanks to technology, you find a lot of really nice solutions that I think they're ignored in the Middle East, or maybe they don't want to bother to know more about. And that's what we are specialized in. So it's an advisory firm that's following, let's say, the new trend fashion. We're not old schools. We're trying to be as new as possible.
Yeah. It sounds great.
Yeah.
One-stop shop. You're talking about working with SMEs. But are you talking about SMEs where the person that's setting up their business has got a good investment already? Because, a lot of SMEs don't have much money to play around with. Mm-hmm. And for you to go in and say, hey, don't worry, we're going to take care of everything. But, in my mind would be like, oh, how much is that going to cost me? If I do it by myself, I'll test the market, I'll slowly move forward. But are you talking about someone that, has got a product, has got investment, so, they've got capital, mm-hmm. and then you're tapping into that to say, okay, look, we're the experts, we can basically go with you.
We can do that.
I know, but you're talking about SMEs.
We do have services that don't require us to work with new startups. For example, business valuation for mergers, acquisitions, and closing down. We have fraud examination and investigation. We have so all kinds of transaction advisory.
And when you're saying we have, are you like a group of consultants? Have
Yes.
you teamed up with?
Now we're around 8 persons.
So you're not paying their salary; they're basically your.
Actually, I do.
Oh.
Yeah, somehow
Well,
I do. So yeah, it's.
But that's
It's a challenge.
That is a challenge. That's a risk for you as well.
You know what the problem is? We're not only competing with the local consultants. We're living in a country that people could get consultants from outside. They could buy their bread from Paris.
Especially
right?
these days, everyone's online and yeah.
And even if they pay more.
Really?
Yes. I have lost a couple of tenders, although I was offering a lower price, but...
Oh, are they going outside the country because they feel the expertise is better?
Maybe. I don't really understand what's happening, but
No, but
the
I
main
get that
point
as well.
is, huh?
I get that as well. It's
Yeah.
like, well, we can't use a local media company. The experts
Sometimes
are
they go outside. yeah.
outside.
Maybe there is a very valid reason that we're not aware of, but
Maybe.
the point is, we're not only competing with the local market, we're competing with a global
The
market.
international market, yeah.
And already consulting, branding, video production, it's a very jammed industry.
Yeah.
And if this thing stays, so many companies will go out of business. Maybe BusinessBOX would go out of business someday. We don't know the market, the trends. We hope.
Well, how do you find your market? How are you getting out there?
Actually, referrals. So once we deal with a client, they really like the way they've been treated and the quality of the product they have received. When you check our products, we don't really look as a local company.
And what does that mean?
And no, we really pay attention to details.
Yes.
Yes. So
you look clean.
if there is one point by mistake on the right, that's a problem. It should be eliminated. We really, with all due respect, of course, to all. I'm not trying to.
No, I know where you're going.
Yeah. But all of us share the same vision, which is pay attention to details in the final product.
Yeah.
During the work papers, and it's fine, but when you hand over your final product to the client, it should be up to 6 sigma. It's so 3 chances in a million that there will be one mistake. That's what we're trying to achieve.
And does that come from you or your wife? You did say earlier that your wife works with you now. So when
both of us actually, but for me
both.
it's more.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with consistency and
so you're starting
perfection.
So you started a business last year, and you're helping SMEs as well.
Yeah.
So it's a learning curve on your part as well as on their part.
Exactly. We have done this with 2 clients, from doing the feasibility study up to registering them with the QFC.
Yeah.
And doing the branding. Now we're in the process for the marketing, and so we have applied our full cycle to 2 companies so far.
And can you mention who they are? Can you give them a shout out?
Not now.
No, it'd be interesting.
We can talk about Qut Agriculture Consultancy. That's a really nice idea of using the new aquaponic and hydroponic system in agriculture. They have started their company in QFC, and they're about to provide great solutions to farms in Qatar. And we believe that they will do something different here. We would see the towers differently someday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where they have vegetation and...
They have some nice ideas to put plants on the windows of the towers and make it all green.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah, so we really wish them all the best.
Absolutely.
Those are one of the clients that we have met, started one service, and that led to another, and we're still working with them.
Nice.
So, and they referred a couple of people. So that's our main way of getting clients.
Yeah. And, okay, so you're a year in. Where do you see yourself in maybe 5 years' time?
5 years. Actually, we have plans to open a branch in Jordan this summer.
You're already... Wow.
Yes. And after that in Turkey. After that in Oman. Wow. So in 5 years, I really hope that 4 locations are working properly. And
will you go and basically start them up first and then hand it over to someone to run it? And how do you see that? I will be traveling a lot in the first, but in Jordan I wouldn't really care that much because my wife travels very often to Jordan. Yeah. She's Jordanian. Okay. So that's a chance for her to see her family and manage the business. Yeah. And it's a chance for me to ride my Harley more often. Yeah. I'm sure the scenery is beautiful. I look forward to our ride in Jordan. Okay. So expansion Turkey, international. Yes, for Turkey, I love Turkey. I always did, and traveling there would be as a plus for me. Although it's work, but it will be releasing stress every now and then. And you see this, you're not concerned that, because a lot of startups, fail in the first 2 years. You see there is potential for growth. From what I have seen, it's, yes, huge potential actually, because the branch in Jordan will be specialized in accounting. Okay, so you're going for more specific. So it will be BusinessBOX accounting. Okay. Okay. And this service, we're calling it Accounta Cloud, which means accountants on cloud. We already have the website running, and this Accounta Cloud will, with time, eliminate the job of accountants. So, that sounds great. Someday, where do I sign? A company. No, my accountants listen. It's not true. A company would, for example, run with one intelligent person called the financial analyst or the finance manager. However, the accountants are not there. Oh, wow. Okay. And if you're telling me this way you are
killing this job in companies? I would tell you no, because I will be recruiting them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe someday I would have thousands of accountants
Oh, all in one place.
managing, and
Oh, dear.
now we're talking about a tower.
Yeah.
And they would be managing companies worldwide.
Wow.
And we will be building solutions such as video conferencing, portal for the documents, and they're all in process.
And is this where, because you said earlier, is this where your computer science came in?
Yes.
You literally,
Yes.
it was just like,
Yes.
now I can do this.
Now, when I sit with my developer
Yeah,
and
you-
we talk about it, he tells me this, and he tries to trick me around, and I tell
You
him,
go, "No."
hey, wait a minute. I know this. Well, oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So
So you
somehow
know-
I understand their language now, but yeah. Well, everything in life happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
It's a fact.
Absolutely.
And I believe that I have studied and wasted 3 years of my life in computer science
But you didn't
to
waste
benefit
it. Yeah,
me
absolutely.
now.
It wasn't
Yes.
wasted.
Exactly.
I feel that nothing's ever wasted. It's all experience
Exactly.
in life.
True.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
it'll always help you further down the line.
That's true.
You never know.
That's true.
Well, thank you, Amin.
Thank you so
We've run
much.
out of time, but it's been fascinating, and I wish you all the best with
Thank you so
BusinessBOX.
much.
And please keep in touch.
Surely do.
Pop in and give us an update, and we can have another conversation about the Harleys and stuff like that.
Sure thing. My pleasure.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch up with you next week. Take care. Bye bye.